we have a game, I hope. And now we can send our tweet. Oh wait, I didn't want to send it as a tweet, I just realized. Okay, give me a little second to actually send it via a service that will send it via all my accounts. And then we can get going. Okay, that looks good. Now we just need to see if Aloy has... no, not Aloy. If Twitter has received everything. And Mastodon and whoever else should read it. Microblog. Okay, come on. Show me my tweet. Little fish, big fish. Swimming in the water. Nothing yet. Come on. My tweet is not showing up. Well, let's give it another try. And then we can hopefully get going. That's the problem with this service that I'm using, that sometimes the tweet just seems to disappear. So I'm just using like the cross-posting from microblog to Twitter, and that should then trigger the messages to be cross-posted to Mastodon again, and then I have it on all servers, but I'm just manually posting it now. Oh, and maybe I should annoy some discords as well. Just because someone told me yesterday that that was okay. But then, I promise we will really start. We can already have a little look at the nice scenery here as we are starting. Okay, let's see. I guess this would be where I can post it. Let's try that. Okay, now we can get going, I guess. Because that's really all that is needed. Okay, so let's put away this PC keyboard and get this weird controller thing that they gave me. Oh, and maybe switch off this frame and instead... Oh, I hope these white boxes only showed up on my screen and not on yours. Oh. I think oh, so that's the elevator I came through, I guess. That's interesting. Can I walk down this long robo-leg?
Here comes the snow.
That looks really nice. Alright, everyone. I just have to figure out where I go from here.
Now, how am I gonna get down from here?
Oh, okay.
This should be quite the ride.
Ah, that works. Whee! And look! We're driving down the leg of a robot. Oh, nice! I didn't even have to do anything.
I'd do that again, if it weren't so much work to get back up there.
Jump, I guess. Yeah, that's something many computer games like to do, like roller coaster rides. Okay, so we have 4 kilometers or something to walk to the next mission objective. So I guess let's see where that is. Okay, that's over there. Okay, and that's the location where not the rocket base, but where we can hack. So yeah, we explored a military base up here in the last stream, where we actually went and yeah, just to yeah, explore and find out like who this woman is that we've been searching for all this time. I'm still not sure like how much I'm supposed to say about what happens in this game, because I think that it's an awesome game and maybe some people still want to play it, even if they hear some things here. But anyway, and then we were told, well, there's more information in this other base, but the other base is where all our enemies hang out, and the enemies have a focus as well, or all of them have focuses, which is this little triangular thing that Aloy has on her ear that lets her see stuff, like nearby robots, if there are any. And then Silence, a guy who seems to be able to hack those focuses, he told us, yeah, well, if you go there, you know, like, they're connected with all their focuses, they'll have you for lunch. And more importantly, their boss will find out that you're there and will try to get you killed. And so we're supposed to go to this other place first, where he says we can basically hack their network. Well, actually, literally hack their network is what he said. And then we can use that to actually do a little bit of spelunking in their base and hopefully find out more about ourselves. Where we come from, where we go, where we come from. Cotton Eye Joe. Wait, that was the wrong one. Okay. So let's see what other quests we have though, because I think... Let's see that main quest. I don't think it actually says... Ah, here. So level 20, so that's actually within our range. But let's see what side quests we have. Ancient Armory is level 25. Okay, interesting. And the hunting lodge stuff and the bandit camp at Shattered Kiln. Maybe let's do that to start with, although that seems to be pretty far away as well. Let's see what other options or missions we have here. So the hunting grounds, we have a cauldron left. We could try that. Let's try the cauldron, because there we can find out more stuff. Yeah, so cauldrons are like robot factories, basically. And if you go to one of those, you get to basically hack it, and find out more. So let's fast travel to the nearest campfire, and then we can do this. That reminds me, I'm kind of not quite trusting. I think I'll open the Twitch chat in a browser as well, because my chatbot should be showing that, but somehow it seems to be quiet. I just want to make sure that if someone is talking, I'm not missing anything. If nobody's talking, that's fine. Lurking is totally okay. But if you have questions or something, then feel free to ask them. Or if you have preferences for, you know, like missions I should do from the bunch of missions I have available. Or if you just want me to try out something. Okay. Wait, but this is the cauldron I've been at, right?
Saving these for the trail.
Kind of confused. I think I've been here, but I haven't been able to get in here yet. So this is a little confusing. I don't really know whether these fast travel points actually save when you arrive. So let's save explicitly.
Good for an old remedy.
Okay, we're here. Okay, here's the signal. The thing is, it's locked, and we've been here before. Okay, and there are stalkers here, I guess. And I think the last time we got beaten quite nicely by them. Oh, there seems to be a third one. Okay. Oh wait, I guess they're just at the edge of where I can reach them. Oh, I can climb up there, at least. Do you see that there's this yellow thing on the rocks? And that means that I can actually climb it. So let's try if we can get there. So the problem here is that these red lines are motion detectors. I'm not quite sure I can get past them. Oh, let's risk it.
Can't override them yet. But what I learned in the cauldrons, I could use out here.
Okay, so that was far enough between them. So how do I get... Oh, there's a little ledge. Okay, that's nice. Ooh, okay. I don't even need the yellow thing on the side. Okay. And I have the wrong ammo selected.
Ready or not.
Oh. To get back up there, I guess. Uh-oh. I didn't get him in time. Okay, I got you. Oops. Oh, crap. I keep falling off here. Problem with these, with these is that they can go invisible, as you might have just seen. Where are you? I can hear them, but I can't see them right now. Oh, there's one. And they have range damage, which is not good. What are their weak points? Do I see anything? Yeah, there's something on its back, so if I can't see it... Oh no! Oh, I think I found the entrance. Okay, now let's find... Yes, got one. So where's the other one? Oops. Where did you go? No idea, okay. But I guess it ran away. So either it will show up right behind me now. But anyway, who really cares? Because... So the thing is, I arrived here and thought, okay, I've probably already done this one. Because there was this shield in front of the entrance. This triangle should be the entrance, or was for the other ones. But up here I actually see something else. So let's see if we can go in here somehow. This looks suspiciously like a door. And I should probably look at my inventory and look if I can make more health potions. No, I don't have enough meat. So what I have is what I have. At least that's something.
Gonna need this.
The objective is find the hidden entrance. Okay. Just make sure we have any ammo we can craft. Nice music. So the way these cauldrons go, and by the way, I'm going to usually I talk.
Here they come.
Okay, usually I talk about games a bit from a game development perspective, and you know, like I'm not a super that doesn't sound good. Okay, there's the signal we want to get to. The music just really got dramatic. So I usually talk a bit from a game developer's perspective. Like on yesterday's stream. And that took their while to clear that mission objective. Like I'm already in there and only now it says, hey, find the secret entrance. Well, this is the secret entrance, I just unlocked the door. But okay. Well, these cauldrons are factories, and usually you have to go to the core, fight a big enemy there, and then after that you get more information about your enemies. Oh, I think I can see a little glowing thing somewhere in that wall. But I guess I'm not close enough yet, so I can't scan it. Oh, there's one guy. And I think he suspects we're here. At least he seems confused. Okay, I guess he despawned again. That's good. Yeah, the problem, of course, with many of these games is that there are little gaps in the geometry, and if they use that, or like in the geometry that they use for detecting if something's hidden, usually there's a coarser version of the geometry for, you know, hit testing and detecting whether you're undercover or not. You know that in some ways that coarser geometry is like if you have a character here and and Aloy stands here and then, you know, turns around. The problem with hit testing with the actual model is that if she, you know, moves her arms during the animation or something, it could be that, you know, she lowers her arm for a moment, then raises it again, and suddenly gets stuck behind something, just as part of the movement of the animation. And if the next step of the animation then doesn't lower that arm again, you'll be stuck forever under you know, that other piece of geometry in the landscape. So by geometry I mean just like, you know, like anything, any physical object basically. And so that's why usually there is just a cylinder or a sphere or a you know, just some sort of basic shape is usually what they use to hit test against. And your arms and legs and stuff that stick out of there are are actually not taking into account. Like maybe, you know, if you can duck, then there is like the ducking, and you see like if she walked here, like I can duck next to it, but actually I can't get under it more closely, or I actually can, you see. But you see like her head got stuck in there. That's because like the actual collision object is a little lower than the actual model. And so this is why you get like clipping like this, is just because you need the tolerance, because like with each step her head has to bob up and down to look natural. And so that's but they don't want you to get stuck anywhere, and that's why they use a little coarser collision. So it's always a trade-off between those two. And I don't even remember why I talked about collision. Oh yeah, because there are gaps in the physics that they use for things like this. It's just, you know, like little rounding errors, because like everything here needs to be calculated. Like it calculates basically you walked 5 kilometers from your starting point and turned by 5 degrees. Now are turned by 5 degrees now from like your starting position, and so that's where you they place you in the world, or rather, usually the character is at like stays at the same position, and they move the world around your character. If that makes sense, like that's mathematically what happens in a game. And so, since like everything like in the world has to be moved around your character, and computers are really bad at math, because like fractional numbers and trigonometry are basically sort of infinite, or at least have, you know, like repeating sequences that infinitely repeat. You know, like 1/3 is not 30%. That would only get you up to 90%, but rather it's 30.33333%. And if you add that, you get or 33.333%, and that's 99.999999999%. And if you add that all up through some weird mathematical reason, that actually adds up to 100%. And so since, you know, these numbers should be infinite, but the computer just has a fixed amount of memory, not like a human that can just think, well, it's 1/3 and can do the math that way. It's well, and it's faster to kind of not do it too precisely, the maths. But, you know, like, that's why one of the reasons why computers can do so many calculations. But actually it's just it's maybe an order of magnitude or something, but like the number of calculations a human can usually do in their head is several orders of magnitude lower than what a computer can do. Which, you know, like, think of a computer as it's a really horrible analogy, but I hope none of you will feel offended by this if I say, you know, like how you hear about autistic people that they kind of get overwhelmed by the world, and so they focus on, or try to focus, like, well, it's like normal people can focus on stuff, and for autistic people that's slightly broken, so there's just like their filter works differently. And so when you think about when you like experience the world, you hear some sound on the left, you hear some sound on the right, and you just quickly pick the one and then the other, and then, you know, maybe alternate between the two or something, but you block out something else maybe for a second to pay more attention to that. And for autistic people, at least some of them, like one form is of autism is that some of them can like focus on one thing and like tune out everything else. Like there could be people standing in front of them talking to them, they wouldn't notice. the advantage of this is that all your brain power goes into that. And that's basically what a computer can do. Because a computer doesn't have to, like, exist in the world. A computer doesn't have to watch that it doesn't run into another person. Like, your laptop just sits there, and if someone comes at it, the laptop will just, you know, get hit by that person. Or you know, like, if a person falls onto your laptop, then the laptop will just break. That's how a laptop works. With a human, usually the human tries to avoid whatever comes at it, and that's why we've survived so long. And so, I'm getting really complicated here. But anyway, so there seems to be a lot of loot here. It's always a little suspicious if they give you, like, health power-ups and stuff. That means they're preparing you for the upcoming enemies. Well, anyway, and so, and that means your computer, since it doesn't have to deal with the world, can use more of their brain to, quote-unquote, to do all those calculations. That's how it actually works. That's why they're faster. Well, one of the reasons. But, like, a computer itself is, on some level, probably slower than the human brain. At least, like, per, I don't know, per kilogram or per joule of energy or whatever unit one uses for that. Let's see if we see any other robots. Seems to be nobody home right now. Well, I guess this was the entrance we saw. Okay, so let's loot the supply crate and stop talking about weird stuff. Although, anyway, yeah, so trigonometry is infinite, and that means you will always get imprecisions, but that's one of the reasons to make it faster, and that's why the computer can calculate every pixel in this picture, you know. But these imprecisions mean that sometimes when you think you're calculating a closed cube or something, a quad, then is it a quad or is it a quad? No, a quad was a flat thing, wasn't it? Anyway, like a cube or a not you know, like a square is to a rectangle. There's a thing that is to a cube is like the rectangle to the cube square, and I don't remember really what the word was right now because I'm a dum-dum. Okay, let's see, can we craft this last? We need more blaze even. That's annoying. Anyway, oh, Stay Hydrated Bot is talking to me. Thank you, Stay Hydrated Bot. Okay, so, and what I wanted to talk about all this time is that these little gaps mean that sometimes someone can see you through walls, because like that little slightly coarser cube that they use to indicate what is cover and what is just, you know, like a... Oh, I think here's where we can go down. Thought I saw something, but I guess it was just the smoke. I hope it was just the smoke. Yeah, it can mean that other, like, enemies can see you through walls. That's where that bug usually comes from in a game. And so, yeah, I think that was what happened there, where that little, I think it was a watcher, way off in the distance that I could see with my focus, had that question mark over its head. Either it was that or... Interesting. Either it was that or it just found its pal that we killed. Okay, let's hope it's safe to swim through this. I don't know if any of you have played Mass Effect Andromeda, but like these walls with the like little ridges and it looks like a certain kind of rock that slate rock, that was what the term was. Like these walls kind of, this one as well here. They look a lot like the walls in the alien vaults in Mass Effect Andromeda. No, maybe this is the same universe. No. That would actually be a cool idea, you know, crossover between, you know, maybe the civilization that built these vaults that the Mass Andromeda guy found 600 years after Shepard is actually were actually built by like the Aloy, or I don't know, not the Aloy, the Nora or whoever is here. The Aloy. There is the Time Machine, that old movie. They also a while ago did a remake. I wanted to say recently, and then I realized it's probably 10 years by now or something that they did that. Anyway, and in those vaults, the one thing is that the water is usually electrified. So you don't step in the water. So I'm always a little reluctant to go in the water here. But I want to get this plant.
Refreshing.
I love when they... You know, it's not a big part of a game, and there's other ways to make a game seem much more... Okay, we can't go on there. You know, there's more fun things, but these little comments that she gives are nice. They're a nice touch. You know, she says things like, "Oh, I'll have to walk a while to squeeze all the water back out of my boots," and things like that. Which, you know, that's also one problem in game development. You know, on one hand, it's not really fun to play a game where every time you need to cross a little body of water or something, afterwards you need to, you know, like go and dry your clothes, or you're waterlogged and slower because of it, and things like that. You know, you wouldn't get from A to B in any realistic time. And remember, like, I have 3 hours this morning to play this game, and I want to get at least a little bit something done. I guess I also want to endlessly talk about games and game design and stuff, so maybe I won't get much done. Whoops. Oh, I can actually grab that from down here. That's nice.
Stocking up?
Where was I? Yeah, so I mentioned that in a previous stream that since people play these games on the side while having a real life, and you know, real life pays for the games and the bills, we want certain of the boring moments to be taken out of a game, which for example means walking long distances to get from A to B, or having to sleep. Those things are usually taken out of the game, and the timeline of a game is usually accelerated a little, you know, because I'm not going to start a new life as a Nora and do that for the next 30 years or whatever. I have my real life for 30 years, and I just want to you know, experience something new for a while. And so this game might be, you know, like only 50 hours, but I'm experiencing, you know, months and months of life as a Nora in that time, in like a realistic timeline. And so, and that's how most games work. They have like accelerated certain things, but of course they kind of hide it. So while you play at whatever speed you have, you can, you know, you don't have to wait for her to sleep or anything like that. And that's the reason why, you know, like if you have to get from A to B, they want to show you realistic scenery with rivers and stuff, but they don't want you to actually run through that. Have to run, you know, like around the river and find the next bridge or whatever. They understand that we want to get quickly from A to B, so we'll just run through the river. And so usually they don't make being waterlogged a mechanic so that you have to avoid water. And if they did, they would have to design all the maps so there's comparatively little, you know, water and comparatively frequent bridges. Otherwise you would always say, well, this game is pretty nice, but I just can't stand the running, so I'll play a game that doesn't have that. And somehow we have to get over there. Oh, it looks like that triangle down there might be something we can get into, and then we're probably walking up there. So I guess it's time for another swim. And anyway, and that's where a lot of the, you know, breaks in realism in a game come from. Is that they just ignore certain things or speed up the timelines. Like sometimes they have a small justification at the start of the game. Like here we say, okay, she trained heavily with Rost to, you know, do the climbing for that initial test that gets us back into society at the start of the game. And so that is why we're so skillful. And also we have the suspicion that we're kind of special. And like in most games the character is special, you know, you're it doesn't have to be like the typical MMO thing where they tell you, oh, you're the great hero and you did everything better than everyone. But although Aloy is kind of like that, but oh, I think there's someone up there. Crap. Oh no, that's just manufacturing, I think. What's that? Thunderjaw. Okay. So I think I'll probably have to pay some attention soon. Anyway, so usually your character, you know, has already learned certain things, and that's the excuse they use, that they give you a simplified form of things. Or like, you know, Aloy gets a focus. So that means she can like tag enemies and remember them, and doesn't have to wear like, I don't know, night vision goggles or something to see the enemies through walls and things. And she can see the enemies through walls. That gives her an advantage over all these machines that should by all rights just, you know, eliminate her in the first 5 minutes of the game. And, you know, would eliminate us, because we're just normal humans living in a fairly safe world. Oh, this is the Cauldron Core. Okay, so this is the boss battle. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so I really have to pay attention soon. And it's building that robot in the middle.
Were made in. I could learn to override them.
Yeah, okay, so they're building a Thunderjaw, so that's why we know where they're made. Let's see, that Thunderjaw has lots of... has a disc launcher, another disc launcher, a heart, a cannon, but it's all basically regular damage or tearing. Okay. Not many things. Oh, and there's the pylon we have to trigger, I guess. Okay. Yeah, anyway, so that's like the sometimes they give you an explanation like, okay, you were, you know, genetically engineered to be a super warrior or something, and but you've been waken up before they could, you know, program your mind with like the mechanism that takes away your free will, and now you're fighting for it. Things like that are pretty standard stories, or and usually also excuses for like, hey, you have amnesia. Amnesia is very convenient because that means, you know, they can explain everything to you again.
I'll do what I have to.
Ooh, I got him. Okay. Got these two. It's a surprisingly good start. Oh! And this is basically one of the trailer shots. Well, not in this location, but in many. You do this in many locations. They have the same animation. Whoosh! Woo! Isn't that nice? Oh my goodness, that Thunderjaw is kind of large. Okay, we're at least full on health. That's good. And now we had... Okay, they're still building it. Oh, we have to go over there, I think. Oh, I should probably prepare for this. Putting up as many traps as I can. I forgot this the last time. That made this fight a lot less fun. So the thing is, we go on that pylon and activate or actually deactivate this factory, basically. So let's be prepared. That may actually be the Boy Scout hymn, isn't it? Okay, that's the electric ones. Let's make more of those. Okay, and now we can do the other ones. There's more materials here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just like preparing things that the enemy can run into, I hope. I think I've made a nice little circle. And now let's just put more randomly around it. So that if it's chasing us, it will hopefully run into more of them. And make them slightly overlap to reduce You know, so the reason I'm making them slightly overlap is that if they run into one wire, it usually, you know, stops them or slows them down. And if they run between ones, then of course it doesn't. So that's, so that means that, like, if they run through one, and then through the gap between the next one, at least I have another one to, like, so if they run past here, I can get them, you know, maybe diagonally, then maybe the next time I can lure them through this one. On the other hand, if I put them too close together, then they will all trigger at once, and then I don't get as much of the benefit, you know, because there's only like 3 or something. So let's build a forest of blast wire for them. And I also have to be careful. If I make them too big, then I'm on one end when it blows up, and when it runs up and blows it up. And then I'm screwed. Then I might have caused it damage, but might not survive it. Okay, so I need probably one here. Looks pretty good. Oh, it might be too deep down. Or does that? I'm not sure whether that will actually trigger. Oh well, we'll see. If not, we've learned something. How many do I have left? One of the explodey ones, okay. This actually looks pretty good, I think. Maybe put another one here. Just in case it's following me. It might save me. And I still have the stun wire in case I need it. And I'm full on the other ammo. Good. So let's get to that manufacturing pylon. And get up there and get this party started. Okay.
Uh-oh, someone's bumpy.
Oh, okay. These things look like I should be shooting them. Uh-oh. can I aim at, damn it? Oh, here, back there. Those I wanted to shoot. It's always so hard to do the... Guy is big, and he's run through most of my traps already. Oh crap. Oh, there's more traps over there. Good. Run into this one, please. Oh, crap. I'm out of ammo. Why am I stuck here? Help. Crap, that doesn't look good. Can't get out. Ah, now. Okay, I'm out again. Set more traps, come on. I got him! Woo! That required a lot more. Well, that actually went okay. I didn't even use up my first health. You see, these 3 pluses mean I have, this is the 3rd health bar recharge in my pocket. So kind of like I've used up 2/3 of 1 health bar now, and I still have 2 to go. Like of my recharges, and now if I push the up arrow, like these 3 symbols in the lower left corners are what my direction pad buttons will trigger right now, and if I use left or right, I can use up and down to actually trigger something, and left and right to select whatever I want. And so, for example, I can select that health potion and then push down to just heal myself with a potion, or I can push up, which means all the medicinal herbs I collected. These here, you see those fill up the green bar again. So let's collect all our stuff, because I have a skill that lets me actually pick up traps that weren't detonated, which is nice. I don't have to build all of it again. And I can recharge my health pack. You see it's getting fuller again. And now it's full, apparently. So the medicine pouch stuff, like, is easy to refill if you are in an area where those plants grow a lot, and it is more selective in how you charge up your health, which is nice. On the other hand, the potions you have to craft, and you can only carry around 5 or so with you. But if you do that... Wow, that's really all that's left of all those traps I set. They didn't really Well, I guess they progressively caused damage. That was just not. I don't know what that is, but I was able to override it apparently. My guess is that was probably left over because I think that's where the 3 columns were, like one of them. I hope that didn't screw up the mission or anything. You know, sometimes they just forget to lock something and then they reset, you know, a flag that would have been progress before the battle, but now after the battle it could, you know, accidentally remove. Like my ability to... Oh no, there's another one. No, that's the one we already did. So is it over here? That one I think we haven't done yet, but it doesn't let anymore. Okay. Where's the big guy? Did it already despawn? Because there should be some loot in the big guy. Did I already collect that? I forget. Here. That's the big guy. Okay, no, there's the loot still in there. Resist melee attacks, weave, handling coil.
Should have brought a cart.
Okay. The Thunderjaw heart I didn't get. Okay, so let's look in our inventory of resources what we can throw out to make room for the heart. Wait, we can first we can recraft the ammo that we lost. That will probably use up enough resources. Okay, let's see if we now have room for that heart. Yes. There's something back there. More blaze and ridgewood. So if we have 4 out of 5 blaze. Seriously? That means I can't finish refilling my traps. Okay. Well, I guess we've got most things, so let's use this thing and override it. This is the heart of this factory, basically, so my guess is that the hearts that they have here are meant to be CPUs.
There we go. Information to help me override more machines.
Okay. And it elevated me back out. Zeta overrides available. Thunderjaw, Stormbird, and Rockbreaker. Okay, interesting. Let's see what it has to tell us about these. MXI core log 23231L. Active production oversight analysis. Additive manufacture type. Doesn't really look. Main armament enhance. It improved some of the machines. Sigma. Intrusion denied. Ping inert agents, 41 of 45 dormant. Human interference detected. No response G prime. 21 of 26 dormant. I'm kind of feeling a little bit uneasy about them saying, oh, stuff is lying dormant. Oh, and Stay Hydrated bot has been yelling at me for a while. That's a good point. Take a moment to drink. I'll try to remember to mute myself this time. Okay, I hope that mute actually worked. Because otherwise, yeah. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Could be worse sounds, I guess. Okay, and now it let us up and lets us out the triangular exit. Okay. Oh, and there's the guy that we didn't get the first time. Oh, that's the rope caster.
It's holding!
Where's the other one? Oh, over there. Okay. Whoops, did this guy wake up? Oh no, that's the... Okay, let's set some traps around this guy so that when you wake up... Okay, I guess that works. Way too fast for me. Come on. Did you go? Okay, now our ropes will slowly loosen themselves, so I'll have to make... Okay, he ran into enough traps. Good. And there's the other guy somewhere. There. Okay. Oh, got him. Okay. Good. With a little bit of strategy, we managed to get him. Isn't that nice? So yeah, isn't it a lovely game? Okay, let's fill up our health from our medicine pouch and then look around. Oh, we have a lot of ridgewood, that's nice, and we're again out of blaze. That's becoming a habit. Oh, and we can refill the rope caster at least. Those are kind of interesting weapons, like the trip caster. Oh. Animal The sad thing about this game is it's nominally about... Oh, crap. Is there a watcher somewhere, or what was that sound? Oh, bunny. Bunny Wabbit, yes. So it's nominally about machines versus humans, but you spend a lot of your time killing animals just to get meat for crafting health packs and stuff. Anyway, we've done this cauldron. We know how to override more animals. That's good. Oh, didn't we have something up here? More medicinal plants, so hopefully we can pull up stuff. I should probably not get distracted. The first thing I should do is go back there. And
too prepared.
with as few detours as possible, do a save. Yes, I'm that paranoid. Because that means all the resources we've gathered and all the stuff is now safe.
Tough, but I'm used to it.
What's this? Oh, more medicinal plants. I thought those logs behind it were machine parts or something. For a second there. Yeah, so this is one of the parts of, you know, this game that, you know, like, on one hand you need it, and it's part of, like, the immersion that you're kind of a sort of a, like, humanity, basically, is a scavenger. Trying to, eke a living out. Lost him. Up there, I guess. Okay. You know, and the machines are kind of the dominant life form almost. Well, I guess they are. So let's see what we can craft with that now. First, let's see if any of our carry capacity things. No, I think those all require some sort of skin, which hasn't dropped yet. So apparently skins are like the rarest things to get. But that's kind of like it's the layering of abilities, you know, like they expect you to be in a certain part of the map when you get certain abilities, and like say, okay, now if you've done these things, all of these things before you now, then you need, you know, like then you're now facing bigger enemies or whatever, so you need more inventory because you need more ingredients to craft the more complex, for example, weapon types or something. And so usually, like, a game has this progression. That's actually the word, come to think of it. You just call it progression. And that in turn means that you would... Needs fatty meat more than we have. We only have 4, so we can craft one of them at least. Um, and so you can actually see if you go to these carry capacity upgrades, like the lower level one. So that's a level. I guess all of mine are level 4 right now, or well, the ammo pouch actually not. Yeah, but so certain things they all now require a skin. The previous ones were just a bunch of meat and stuff. And you know, metal shards or whatever, like some of the more common items. And so you can kind of see the progression in the materials that it will expect you to require you to have to be able to craft this stuff. It's kind of nice to kind of, I don't know, like some people I think find it a little bit disillusioning that you know, you say, oh, in the end, you know, it's all just, you know, like basic counting on your fingers. It's not even maths, because if it was maths, then I wouldn't really be able to do it. I'm not that good at maths, really. I'm just good enough to like learn certain recipes. Basically, like I look up all my maths basically on Wikipedia. And you know, I work as a programmer, so it's not as if this is just, oh yeah, well, when I want to have fun, I read about maths on Wikipedia or something. No, fun is something else. But sometimes you need maths in small ways when you're making computer programs. Like, especially if you're doing graphics stuff, you need to like do basic adding and maybe a square root to, you know, just. But it's all basically it's stuff that
Roots and trunks.
Yes, woods, roots, and trunks. Good, Aloy. Your eyes still seem to be totally working. Oh, there's another turkey. Ex-turkey. Fatty meat, rich meat. Okay, let's do another save, and then look what mission we want to play. Let's see, quest. So we can go to that location. Death from the Skies. Ancient Armory. Those are all a little higher level than I am right now for the main story. Hunting Lodge I don't really care too much about. We can always do that, I guess, when we feel like we need the XP. Bandit Camp, Shattered Kiln. Oh, that's closer now, so I guess let's do that. That's also kind of fighty, but it's just, you get to, where is it? Up here, okay. So let's go to this campfire. Yeah, but you get the opportunity to stealth a little. If I don't screw it up again, then I can actually stealth, so that would be good. Okay, here we are, born to be kings and the princes of the universe. Oops. Okay, I guess I'll have to... I didn't really want to kill you. You attacked me. Your friends seem to be going for that as well. That's not nice. Where's the last guy? Okay. So much about our health being... our medicine pouch being almost full again. But hey, we got more resources. Yay!
Keep that for later.
That's a little, different, I would just say, about this game. Like, many games have, if you have quick travel points or other spawn points, they're essentially combat-free zones. So they're areas where, you know, like, they're hidden from the AI, basically. Not in this game. If you quick travel somewhere and there's a group of robots, just, you know, a convoy just walking by, then they will see you, they will attack you. So basically, after quick traveling, you have to go and you know, go hide somewhere or run away or something. Or like me, you can just stand there and look dumb and eventually realize, I guess I better start fighting. Oh, let's craft arrows. Okay, and we're out of blaze again. 2 out of 3. We really need more blaze. Modesty blaze. Oh no, wait, wrong comic book. Oh, there's the convoy I talked about. Great. These little shell walkers, they transport stuff and they have these duders here with them who will attack anyone they want to. So yeah, there's that. Maybe let's hide a little bit, just in case they come in this direction. But I think they're headed elsewhere. Although those shell walkers seem to be a little confused and walking up and down. Okay, let's see. We have to go to the right of where we're looking. Oh, right, I actually saw something there. Oh, we have 2 skill points. Let's see how many do we need. Well, for the leader strike we need 3, and I think I'll start with that. I mean, in the beginning you just want any ability. That's basically, you know, like, but like if you look at, like, what abilities, I think, yeah, I think the first ones I went to were these. No, wait, these were a little later. I guess the healing trap reuse, that was Tinker. Okay, so that was where I went. I started with Gatherer, Scavenger, Disarm Traps, and then Tinker. But so I'll wait to get the other additional point. Is that? No, that's red. Okay. Okay, we should, yeah, in this direction you can see it. That bridge doesn't look healthy. Let's collect some more ridgewood just so we don't run out of arrows as quickly. Little arrows, little arrows, little arrows in your pouch. No, wait. I'm sorry, by the way, if you plan on ever returning to this stream and haven't already left screaming, I like to randomly sing things that come to my mind. So, yeah. Just as a little warning. Okay, I guess that's the bandit camp. Let's see if our tour guide of all the nicest bandit camps will show up. Doesn't look like he's here. Is he? No, it just says kill the bandits. Okay. Kill the wabbit. Okay, let's scan for bandits. Okay, there's a lookout up here. Not really close enough to see many of them. Oh, there he is. Nil. I only just realized nil is a programming term. It's basically usually used for when you don't have anything. Sometimes they also use null. And it's used when you have a you know, like if you want to indicate that an entry is not present. You know, like for example, if you have a number, then it can be 1, 2, 3, it can be 0, but it can also be null, and null means I don't have a number here versus I have the number 0 here. So like, you know, if you were, you know, like looking at this bandit camp and entering in the database what you know about it, for bandit camps where you don't know who is in there, you would say, well, number of enemies that you will encounter there, null. So everyone knows, okay, they haven't investigated it yet. Whereas if you've already cleared it out, then you would say number of enemies to expect 0, because you know that there are no enemies in there. And so that's his name, I guess.
I waited for you. Time passing pulls the anticipation tight as wire. How many has it been now?
I don't keep count, Nil.
Don't keep count? Sometimes I just don't get you. Are you like us, or a little different?
Hopefully a little different.
That's what you're gonna tell yourself. Shall we get started?
So, at least we got his help now. He's a kind of like, the first time you talk to him, he kind of goes, after you do your first mission. Like, first he just comes to you and says, hey, there's this bandit camp, and, you know, someone should really clear that out. Because they're bad guys and stuff. And, then at the end he says, oh, you know, I used to be a soldier, but there is no longer war, so I kind of don't get to do battle as much as I want anymore. So I just went, well, nobody will complain if I kill a few bandits, so I'll just continue running around here and kill those bandits. And, yeah. That's a rather sociopathic approach to doing good. Oh wait, that's the wrong arrow. Oh. I actually did a... Oh. I always think like I had to shoot them a little more. Okay, so where is everyone? There's one back there. Oh, those are both heavies, that's not good. And this one will probably soon see our handiwork. I guess we'll try to sneak up now that we've eliminated the lookouts. Would be nice if I managed to just for once stealth the place. There are more people around. I think we can approach here, that's nice. Oh. I think there's also someone who wants to be shot.
Ah!
Oh. You're too far away. Oh. Someone is seeing us over there.
Something over there?
Well, that wasn't a person that I was shooting at. I thought, oh, I've lined up that headshot. Okay, so much for stealth. Okay.
I'm gonna shatter you.
The rest all showed up.
Dead too if you don't feel this one.
Oops. Where did the shots come from? Here somewhere. Where is everyone? Maybe I should have taken the ability that says walk faster with heavy weapons. Wasn't there a second duder with a heavy weapon? No. Okay. Oops. Didn't expect you to be here already. Okay. Where is everyone? Oh.
The bandits imprisoned these people.
Make them bleed. Don't move. I got it.
Where are you?
Regroup!
Where is everyone? Interesting. Kill the bandits. Yes, where are they? Let's walk up there or somewhere. But that's weird that I can't see the bandits anywhere. Oops. Hello. Someone please shoot at me so I can see where you are. Well, I guess I'll just start collecting loot.
Already.
Oh. So where is everyone? This may have bugged slightly. Oh, okay. There's someone over there.
You're dead!
Okay, that was the last one that was just walking around somewhere far away.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Hasn't who got
Too soft. Too much
anything
Oseram
better to do?
influence at the palace. What's he thinking, letting Dervahl live?
If I got my hands on Dervahl, there wouldn't be anything left of him for the Oseram to take.
Yeah, we might have helped catch that guy.
Here, but heading to the Outlands and a machine will get you.
Okay, let's recraft everything we need. We don't have enough blaze right now.
They're leaving.
Why do you
Who's leaving?
kill the Sun King? What reason do Oseram need for anything that they do?
Easy, easy.
That's usually what she says when she slides down somewhere, and I guess I just was at the edge of a very short incline. And so she started that and didn't really go that wrong. Let's carry some. Oh, okay.
These will keep.
I guess she's talking about. She was talking about the guard with the, what are you doing here? Well, we are in Karja space. Or in Karja. Space sounds a little Star Trek. on Karja territory, I guess. Okay, I'm not getting the ancient debris today.
I face the sun with pride because I know I earned my place.
Full already.
I work hard every day. Sleep like a rock every night.
What is that? Green item. Ancient metal eye. That actually looks like it might be useful. Well, let's run around some more and collect the rest. So if you like loot, boy, are you in for a... or girl, or whatever you want me to say. But anyway, yeah, you'll, as you see, I like to run around and loot random stuff. At the end, but I mean, you kind of need to do it in this game, but of course it might not quite make for as exciting a stream. So I'm trying to think of something to talk about at least, so it's not getting as boring. But you know, it's loot.
Need them soon enough.
There are entire streams built around the proper acquisition of loot. That's not true, but there are definitely some other streamers I've seen that like to collect their loot as well. So anyway, yeah, some person tried to assassinate a king that we're allied with. And we made that not happen. Whatever. Can't think of the word right now. We prevented it. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you, brain.
A woman is rising in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge. Well then, it's a new day.
Oh, I guess that's supposed to be...
We all know our army could destroy them.
supposed to be referring to the mission I've refused to do so far. It's nice that they left all the corpses here so I can search them. Oops. Okay, those are all the former prisoners who are now living here.
Untouched.
Okay, so they're all Karja. Yeah, I mean that's makes sense. Kind of used to the other bandit camps where the prisoner were Nora, like we were. But so the Karja are the people whose king was attacked.
Immediately lose Derval and transport to Mainspring.
Okay, here's more loot.
We will never be able to repay you for the life of our Sun King.
So yeah, finding stuff, that's good. Irregular ancient charm.
Screenwriter stopped in cold.
Anyway, can we craft now? Still haven't found any blaze. I guess we'll have to shoot some animals to get that. I'd be kind of curious, like if you know how 3D graphics work, roughly, you know, like, it's always interesting to turn off certain certain parts of the 3D engine and see how the world around you is actually built. Many games, of course, don't let you do this because it can sometimes, you know, like if you turn off textures and maybe just draw a transparent texture, you can suddenly see through enemies through walls and things like that. So, of course,
Place in the order of things.
you don't want that.
Don't look to me for help. My duty is to guard. I don't get involved in politics.
Yeah, then yeah, so it would be interesting to see like what this thing here is built out of. You know, for example, like here this hole seems to be basically just decoration. Because, you know, like I can stand on it. So you see, it's like if you look down, she's actually floating above the hole. Which is because really that hole is just a gap. Well, actually this looks... Well, sometimes, you know, a hole is just a gap in the texture. And these days, you know, textures have like a like bump structure that just gets applied to light, like you know, usually when you draw a game, it's just, you know, like boxes essentially, and to get rounded shapes, you just like, you know, like imagine you have a piece of paper and you cut off one corner, then suddenly you have two smaller corners. Now, if you cut off each corner again, you have what is it? 4 corners? 1, 2, yeah. And then you cut off those again, and after a while, if you keep cutting off the corners, it will almost look like it's a rounded corner. It'll be like, you know, like slightly, it will have steps in it, kind of like pixels. And that's basically how computer graphics are drawn. You know, they are drawn using... Oh, is there more stuff we can pick up, or is that all? Yeah, okay. Good, I knew there was some more. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. But hey, I'm still practicing this whole... Ah, here's the corner I was looking for. Oh, and I got a trap. That's nice. I don't have to grab that. Okay, anyway, and so they approximate the shapes by making rough shapes, and then they paint onto them to make them look nicer. Sometimes there's a little more involved, and they actually kind of generate round shapes and things like that, but it's complicated. So, but like for understanding the basic workings.
Oseram will conveniently lose Dervahl in transport to Mainspring.
Yeah. So when you lose, sorry. When you draw 3D graphics, basically that it's the main part that you have to remember is that many shapes are approximated, and it kind of works like makeup. If you've ever applied makeup, or you know, like then you know, or even if you, well, that basically makeup is painting onto your face. And the painting has the goal of modifying, like of making the shape look different. It's like an illusion painting in some ways, you know, where you try to make it, you know, if you know that your cheekbones, I don't know, stick out too much, then you might apply some paint to make it all seem more like the same color, so that and matte it a little, so that you don't get the highlights that show how pointy your cheekbones are. Or on the other hand, if you want more pointy cheekbones, then what you do is you'll like paint a gradient of color from dark to light, so it looks like there was a reflection on like your comparely on your cheekbones or something. So
Forget about traveling light.
that's basically and that's how we finally have a bit of blaze. Okay, we're full again on arrows. That's good. So yeah, let's go to that trader maybe and sell some stuff. But and that's what computer games do basically. Like Aloy's face is likely a lot, you know, like more square than it looks here. And what they do is they paint on different colors to make it look curvier. Like if you look at like her cheek that you can see in front of that wire, you kind of see that it's actually like two fairly straight lines. But from the light reflections, which are also drawn like based on the textures and things, with some tricks, it looks rounder to us than it really is. And those are like compromises they make because actual roundness is a bit hard to calculate, especially if it's organic roundness. Like a sphere is, well, you can, there is a way to draw a sphere that is pretty fast and that will look right. But like if you need the actual shapes, then well, you know, like if you need to model a partial shape or something, then it's actually more expensive than just using a few straight lines instead and using a whole bunch of straight lines. But it's still fewer, because like you have, for a line you basically have to calculate the start and the end to know like where it is in 3D space. Like the computer has to put work in only for the start and the end, and then it can just basically connect the lines. And for a sphere, it would have to like calculate each point that you see of it. And so that just means, you know, like for a stretch of, you know, like, I don't know, 10 pixels, you just do the expensive calculations, only do 2, and then 8 pixels are just a quick connect these. Whereas on a sphere, you would do, you know, like these 8 extra calculations. Okay, I think we've collected everything. So I guess we gotta go back to our campfire. Just leave this stuff here, or maybe, I don't know.
Might regret this.
Might regret what? Might regret what, mate? Where did our bloody... I'm kind of getting lost here. Okay, to our right. Ah, here.
You have to sit here, but head into the outlands and a machine will get you.
Okay, trade with the merchant. Oh, maybe we have weapons that we can get. Shadow Blast Sling. Okay, those all need fox skins apparently, and this needs a trampler heart. Okay, we have a Shadow Tripcaster is what we can get. Better Tripcaster would probably be nice. It even takes 3 modifications. Yeah, sure, we'll take that one. We have the shards. Our Tripcaster is here. Okay. Shadow Sling. Also takes 3 mods. Okay. Wait, let's take... We only have crystal... Okay, this takes a Watcher Heart. That's good. We can take that one. Take the sling. And the rope caster. Yay, we've updated all our items to fairly unique ones. That's good. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be taking a short break. And then we'll continue this. Alright, here we are back. And we should probably turn this... Okay, back to its nice menu. Hello, hello. I hope you're having a good morning, and I hope it's not too boring that I am spending a moment in the menus. And let's see, okay, those are all... What's a rattler? Bolt gun. Best used when accuracy is not as important as landing multiple hits. It needs a bit of fatty meat, but... Okay, the rattler kind of sounds like... Is there a rattler here as well? Yeah, okay. So if I had one fox skin, which I need for lots of things, then I could could get this. Well, okay. Let's see if there's Oseram Arrow Breaker. Nora Protector Heavy we already have. So the Oseram Arrow Breaker is, I guess, the biggest one that we could get. Okay, and here we can buy stuff. Oh, what are those? Rock Bundle, Hardpoint Arrow Pack. I wonder, like, I found hardpoint arrows, but I haven't actually used them, and I wonder if they even show up, like where I would find them in my inventory, and would I be able to craft them. Tear Blaster Charge. Corruption Arrows. So I think I should be learning that somewhere, but okay, let's get our free sample box like with every trader in this game. And then let's go to selling and get rid of some stuff in our inventory. Okay, let's see which items are only for selling for metal shards. Most of this stuff is actually useful for crafting. We have a lot of chill water, but I don't think I have any. Well, I have the sling, I guess, has chill freeze ammo. Okay, this one is just for selling for metal shards. Okay. Golden fast travel pack we need, of course. Okay, these we don't really need. Machine cores. So the things that say trading with merchants are, you know, it always says like 50 this, 15 that, or whatever, or not. Well, but like the we have 2 and they take 20 metal shards, or give, like, oh, let's just go there and show it. Like if you go to buy and for example, here you see that the Banuk Ice Hunter, or whatever here, the Oseram Arrow Breaker, it goes for 1100 shards plus crystal braiding. And so if items are marked as trade with merchants, then of course that means you have to, if you want to sell them or whatever, you know, if you want to buy something, you need that exact item, whereas if it's just here one of those talismans or whatever, then you know, you can't do anything else with it, so you don't need those like here the machine cores. They're not useful for crafting or anything, they're just for shards, so you can sell those without worry. Whereas if it says trading with merchants, you might have to buy something, and then it says, well, you don't have this item anymore, you sold it for shards, so you can't buy this. It's kind of like if companies expected you to have change in certain coins. You know, like if you go to a vending machine, they only take certain coins often. Like a laundromat, for example, will often just take, you know, like 50 cents or whatever the cost is. And if you don't have a 50-cent coin, you can't use it. And yeah, that's that here. Why am I over-explaining that? I guess it's better than me being quiet. But I really have lots of chill water. I think I will sell some of that. It'll give me a few shards. Okay, and now let's sell the marked items. And that should free up some space in our inventory, I hope. And let's see, weapons. We have this outfit. Nora Protector Heavy, Nora Silent Hunter Heavy. Okay, and let's see if we can get rid of some modifications. Let's focus on the green ones. Resist shock 10%. We have better ones. Only one, but that's okay. Fire. We only have this one. Resist fire weave. %, corruption coil. We have better coils. We even have purple coils, so wait. I should probably go here first and equip stuff here. Oh, and maybe unequip stuff here. Can I remove? Here, I can remove them. That's what I was looking for. Modification inventory is full. Well, great. Okay, so let's see. We unequipped stuff from our arrow. So let's put stuff on the arrow again. So we have lots of tear and fire and handling in purple. So I guess let's put 43% tear. Oh, and that's... but we don't have a purple damage. This arrangement here of the modification slots is really finicky in this game. Like, you have to exactly hit the angle with the analog stick, and since it's analog, it's not that easy. Okay, we use fire arrows a lot, so we definitely want the fire in here. I said straight up. Okay. I really have not quite... I don't quite know what handling really is in this case. Like, I guess it... yeah, I don't know. So I might just go for more tear, or I could equip the damage coil. Let's go for handling. Maybe it just means my guess is that it means that in the UI, like the mapping of my movements to what I actually hit is a little better, or rather that the, you know, like the likelihood of hitting something is probably bigger. The nice thing is that these new items have 3 slots. So if I unequip stuff and equip stuff, so if I equip stuff, it actually puts more room, you know, gives my... Sorry, I lost my train of thought there again. If I unequip a bunch of items, if I equip a bunch of items on the new one, it actually reduces my inventory, and so I can unequip even more modifications from the old items. Let's see. Yeah, okay, it's full. But, okay, so let's see. What do we want? So the Tripcaster, we have fire and electricity, I think. Okay, we don't have much purple stuff here. But our Tripcaster, 26 damage, 28 fire. Okay, 15 damage, 26 damage. And then the rest is all handling, okay. So let's put the damage coil in there. And the last one gets the electricity 29. 31, that sounds good. And the Shadow Sling definitely gets one of the freeze coils. Could just make it all freeze, but that sounds kind of ridiculous, especially since I think we have the fire as well. So let's do this, so we can at least do some damage. And the rope caster, let's see. Tear coils, that makes sense, I guess. More tear coils. Guess we could just go all tear and hope that it works. Although we have 59 handling, plus 15 fire. Oh, I forgot about that. That the purple ones actually might include... Well, but actually... Ropecaster doesn't do fire, does it? So let's equip this one instead. And let's see which one had the extra handling. Let's see if that was just handling, but 60. And that was 59 handling plus fire. Okay, so that is better. Because now we have more fire. See? Okay, so we're pretty much almost all purple, which is nice because that's the best quality. Let's see if we can upgrade anything here. I guess, what is our current 11 stealth, very rare. And this one is 6 stealth. So not really useful. 17 resist fire. 6 resist fire melee attacks. 18 resist melee attacks. Resist freeze. I think I might equip some of those on the others. Come on. Really finicky. Oh, so this is resist freeze and resist melee. Resist corruption, resist freeze, and resist ranged attacks. Melee. This is 16 melee and freeze. So let's do this. This is kind of our one for the cold days, I guess. And the sickness eater, I think that might be worth doing something like all corruption. Resist shock. Resist melee. Let's put shock in there. And let's just use that as extra storage, I guess, for resist melee. Okay. So now we can sell whatever we have left. Sell, I meant. Could even sell our weapons. Well, let's try them out before we decide. Modifications. What's this one? Resist ranged attacks weave. Let's see if we sold anything that was purple though. So now I hopefully won't have to do much inventory management for a while. Let's see what resources. I'm just not sure what I want to sell of these. We're at 86 of 100, so that means if we get 20 then we're done again. Well, let's see what we want to buy. That would at least take advantage of whatever we have. Inventory is full. Resist freeze. Shock trap. Okay, let's just fill it all up. Detonation blast. Let's buy a bunch of health boost potions, because we don't have any of those. But that's nice that if you go to a trader, they will actually use like the different crafting materials than you would need to craft it yourself. So that's kind of the function of the trader in that game. Okay, so at least we've used a bunch of the resources we have, and of the machine resources to get stuff we need to get something else. What is harvest arrows? What do they do? Oh, hard points work with the Shadow Hunter bow. So the new bow we got does new arrow types. Okay. We don't have... Okay, so... Oh, so that's it. It depends on the weapon. So the Shadow Hunter bow will get... shock arrow. Rope-caster, we have everything. Precision arrow. Shock wires. Fire arrows, we seem to be good. Trapcaster. Okay, and the Shadow Tripcaster also, I guess they do new ammo types now. Shock bomb we have, Tear Blaster, we don't have a Tear Blaster. Tie Rope Heavy Pack, and that works with our new Rope Caster. Okay, so we have ammo types on tie ropes now. Freeze bomb, we're full. Sticky bomb. Okay, so I guess we're good then.
I work all day, while the nobles fiddle with their robes.
Whoa. You see that scrolling by, all the stuff we did now. Okay, so we have hardpoint arrows, hunter arrows, and fire arrows now. We craft more of these. Oh yeah, so hardpoint arrows are craftable like regular ones. That's nice. And we have fire wires, shock wires, and blast wires. We have tie ropes now in heavy, but there's only one there. That's interesting. And we have fire bomb. Finally, fire bomb as well. Okay, so I could probably have... Oh well. Okay, let's go and just collect whatever we weren't able to collect before.
Long night last night.
And then we can get going. This is a loot fest. I hope we still have time to do something more. Well, we still have half an hour. That should be okay.
Carja have been here working since the spire cast a shadow on the mesa. The Oseram are newcomers. Well, it's safe to sit here, but head into the Outlands in a machine.
Nothing in here really. Just food that we can't eat. It's always a little silly in games. You know, you need, like, for immersion, people need to have food, but since usually food is also part of gameplay, you can't really let the player get all the food of the places they go into. Necessarily. I mean, some games solve that by, you know, like, for example, what is it, BioShock has food that you can just pick up, and that's because they, the food there is, you know, just a health power-up, basically. And so they just go and drop that all around you to be able to heal again. Okay, that's just stuff. No loot that we couldn't take.
Color's changing. Sun's going down.
Here's more loot. Okay. Come on. We should be done soon. And then we can go back to something interesting, I hope. And I think... Is there something over there? No. I hope my camera control is not making you too seasick.
And he still lives.
This is my first console, by the way, so it's probably obvious from how I use the controller that I'm not really used to that yet. Although I have to say, from all the games I've played, I find Horizon Zero Dawn like the most comfortable to play with a controller. I mean, I'm used to, you know, like mouse and keyboard, so I would totally prefer that still, just because, you know, like I've been using those input methods for ages. But okay, so let's go back to the campfire.
The Nora was there to protect the Sun King. What on earth were the Vanguard doing?
Well, the Vanguard were being knocked out by something that only I had protection from. Okay, so let's do a manual save. Here.
Done, and I can relax.
And now we can pick a new quest. So, what do we want to do? Oh, we still need to talk to Nil. And then... Death from the Skies, Ancient Armory. What is death? Border settlement of Pitchcliff is under attack by Glinthawks. What could have caused such an assault? Interesting. Errands hunting for the Lord. Bandit camp will soon be done. I should probably do some of the tutorials for the different weapons, but so far I haven't bothered and just started using them. That might be something I should just dedicate a stream to at some point. Oh, what is this? Dangerous mission to infiltrate secret Eclipse base and crash the cult's focus network. Okay, that's the thing that Silence fought. Okay, I guess we'll automatically go to that mission. But I think I won't do that one in the stream, so I'll just go to Nil. And then pick one of the other missions. Run, Aloy, run! As if you hadn't done enough running already. He's back up there, I guess.
These little moments are refreshing, aren't they?
That could be the least creepy thing you've said to me.
That glimpse of yourself in their eyes just as the cloud of death passes across them.
Never mind. There it goes.
Yeah, that's who he is, really.
You know, Nil, if you get tired of bandits, there's a group called the Eclipse.
That's a political situation.
They're murderers, and they're raising an army of machines. That's a little more than politics.
Don't hate me for being single-minded. Besides, I wouldn't bet on how long the Shadow Cards are going to last, if you're in for the kill.
Great, he's not helping us. I kind of hope that, I don't know how mechanically this game works. Like, I know that a lot of the decisions you make are basically flavor from what I've heard. So, like, you might meet that person again and that person might say, oh, you were a dick to me back then, or oh, you were nice to me back then, but that's about it. I wonder, you know, if there's something like a loyalty mission in Mass Effect or something in this game. So, like, if you get rid of all the bandit camps, will Nil agree to help you? Or maybe will it be like, okay, if you did those missions for those characters, then actually they will show up at the end, at the final battle, and maybe help you. And of course then the question is that, you know, like, will that make it easier, or are they just there as decoration? Because, I mean, in some games it's like the final battle is always the same difficulty, and the NPCs that come with you are just, you know, are just standing there as decoration and, like, not actually causing damage, just standing there firing shots, maybe interacting with some enemies, but they never kill any of the enemies. Or they get, like, their own enemy that they can appear to be killing, but really it's an enemy that wouldn't have attacked you. Things like that, you know, some games have that. Like, you can see it very obviously in Star Wars: The Old Republic. If you've ever played that, like, if you see that there's often, like, trench war situations where there's your faction's soldiers on your side shooting at soldiers on the other side, and the ones on the other side are actual enemies that will attack you. But if you kill all of them, the soldiers on your side will still keep shooting and still stand there. They're just decoration, basically, to make the war believable. So I wonder what we have in this
We've
game.
come a long way from Norland. Where have you been, Nil?
I heard the roads of the Sundom were no longer safe. And thankfully, it was true. Ambushes, raiding parties, even corrupted machines. The mortal wounds just opened themselves to accept my arrows. But you knew this already. You've been walking on the edge of life and death. I can tell.
Yeah. It's a long story.
With many quick endings, I hope.
Goodbye, Nil.
I don't want to alarm you, but the bandits are thinning out. Makes you wish you could kill them more than once, doesn't it?
No, once is enough.
You're right, of course. Once is enough. When you really make it count.
Okay, goodbye, Nil.
I kind of, like, I wonder, you know, like, what will happen with him. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes! Level up. Bing, we leveled up. Okay, yeah, I just wonder, like, is there any consequence to him? Is he just a colorful character to give you missions? Or, you know, does he show up in the story later or something? I mean, I could totally see, you know, like, him being hired by Shadow, by the Eclipse or whoever, you know, for a job that interests him, and then seeing you and going, okay, I'll not do that job because I respect Aloy. That could be one thing. On the other hand, it could be, well, I'm sorry, Aloy. They hired me to do this, and it's really the fun thing I wanted to do. So please, take my apologies, but I'm gonna have to kill you now. And so you kind of like fought alongside him, and then maybe they make it story-wise, you know, as if, oh yeah, you've learned from him, and that's why you can best him now. So that he's just someone who effectively trains you. Okay, so since we have 3 skill points, that means we can unlock the leader strike. So now we can perform a silent strike takedown on heavy and elite human enemies as well. But only human enemies. Okay, and strong strike we could do. Hunter reflexes, balanced aim. I guess I'll go for these ones next. Because strong strike, 15% damage increase or 30% damage increase to the strike. Attract strike from above, below, and leader strike. Well, I guess those would be okay as well. But those are 3 each, so I think I'll go for those first, because that one I can do on whatever next level up. Okay. So much for my little tiny bit of strategy. Okay, so let's see. That's the silence mission, which we probably won't make in 15 minutes, I'm sorry. But let's see if we can at least pick another quest. I mean, Death from the Skies sounds like it's closer at least. So let's see what we can do with that. I might have to stop in mid-mission or something, we'll see. But we should be okay. So, yeah. These load screens are really nice with these kind of like native artifacts, like tribal designs here in the background. And the warm colors, and the tips are actually sort of useful in this game. Like, it's, you know, like it tells you enough about the game. I mean, it's, I would understand that some people might not want to see them because they want to figure out the game, but I'm not really too much I want to figure out this game. I want to experience the game more, and I mean, a little bit of challenge is nice, because once you get over it...
This must be Pitchcliff.
Yes. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess we'll have to go down there. And maybe for the Glinthawks we should use the fire arrows. What damage do they take, actually? Weakness fire, yeah. That's pretty much all they have on offer. I think we've been here. How do I get you? Got one. for not requiring me to aim that much. Jesus. Oh, okay. Whatever happened, I guess it flew into something. Oops. Oh, I guess one of the locals helped me here. Wonder if there's a spot I should hit. Oops.
We're exhausted. It's the
Maybe
third
it's
floor
the
we
top.
faced.
I better speak to whoever's in charge.
Okay. That means I at least did that part, so I hope that was a little nice action, hopefully. At the least, to finish off this stream. We still have 7 minutes, so let's look into the secret. There's a leftover Glinthawk over there. Oh no, that's another. Guess let's attack this guy and see.
Shot for you. Saved my life. Gave me hope. Thank you.
Okay. Saved their life, gave them hope. Looted all the medicinal plants when they needed them the most. And also stole their fire stuff. I think we can go this way. Yeah, that's where we came from. Good. So let's find out what they have to tell us here in Pitchcliff. Okay, and that's an Oseram settlement. Okay. Sadly, you can't just take those those domesticated animals and skin them or whatever. What do you have to sell? At the least you should have a free box for us. Still need a fox skin. The Shadow Hunter bow. The Shadow War bow. Oh, it takes corruption ammo and freeze and electro ammo. That's nice. More crystal baiting for this. So let's claim our free sample box. And now finally go to whoever... Oops. Oh, I wanted to loot this guy actually.
I can't spare the weight.
Okay. Oh wait, if we have... Oh, but we've crafted it all. So maybe we should just sell some chill water. Okay, sell resources. Where is chill water? Was the round thing here? Okay. Now we've got shards for it, and we can collect the remaining loot at least. The Glinthawks are basically chill water factories, apparently. Oh, there's something over there.
Will the attacks keep coming?
Okay, so let's quickly at least find out what this is, and then we can hopefully on the next stream react to whatever caused this and hopefully get it fixed. Guess we're supposed to run up here, where we came from.
Within the end of us, the whole town.
Oh no, I guess that wasn't the right way.
Please tell me it's over.
Oops. No, I guess we don't get up there. Nope. So where do we go here?
Why did this have to happen?
How do we get up there? Oh, okay, we have to climb. Okay, now I got it. I'm a dum-dum. Rollert. Wait, wait, wait. Loot first. Rollert later.
You just flew in on a rainbow and saved our sorry slags. Where'd you come from?
A man named Hackard outside the village warned me.
Traitor! I ordered him to stay put! I'll throw him in irons!
He's dead.
What? That scorched out, filthy, rotten dirtwad of a brother! Why didn't he listen? Why?
He was worried you and the entire town would be killed. Do you have any idea what could be drawing the Glinthawks? Has anyone come trying to sell lures? They're devices that attract machines.
Is that real? Is that some sort of Nora joke?
I'll take that as a no.
He's charming.
Has anything changed that might have lured the Glinthawks? Have you left machine scrap lying around?
No. Us around use our scrap. Not like the Carja. They only keep the pretty parts.
So the Carja have been leaving scrap around.
Here? Never. If a Carja wasted scrap on my watch, I'd pick it up and make him eat it.
Hi Vaughn, how's it going? I'm just about to finish the stream, but yeah, I'm just finishing this conversation before we do that, I guess. And then we'll know what we'll be doing in the next stream. Hey! I think it will be finding out what attracted the, removing what attracted these Glinthawks, these birds, robot birds.
Why do you think the Carja have anything to do with the Glinthawks?
We built this outpost to protect against the Carja. Now they're coming here to trade. Fine. Their shards are as good as anyone's. But everyone knows that they want this place. Come to think of it, they want every place.
But how could the Carja have brought on the Glinthawks?
If I ever get a break from it, I'll see if I can spare a man to follow the trail. Guaranteed, there's a Carja at the other end.
Oh, okay, so I guess we'll have follow the Glinthawk trails or something. Followed me, thank you.
Why do you think the Karja have anything to do with the Glinthawks?
We built this outpost to protect against the Karja. Now they're coming here to trade. Fine. They're sharp, but everyone...
But how could the Karja have brought on the Glinthawks?
If I ever...
Okay,
What exactly do you do here?
I'm the mayor. Mostly because I was too drunk to say no when my brother asked me. Tell me where he is, and I'll lay him to rest once we get these Glinthawks to flock off.
You'll find him due south of here, along the river.
Damn
Flock
that
off.
fool. That bum. That lunkhead. Thank you for being with him at the end.
Why don't I investigate why the Glinthawks are attacking? You've got your hands full.
Really? No one ever offers to help me. You, any good at tracking?
Nah.
You could say that.
All right, then. Let me know what you find. Hammer to steel, a Karja's behind all this.
It'd be kind of nice if it was one of his own guys. Okay, and this is about it. So, oh, you know nothing about this game. You just heard good things about it. Yeah, I love it. It's basically well, a post-apocalyptic Stone Age with robot animals, and yeah, those robot animals have been
Glad someone was here to stop the carnage.
attacking more and more, and we're kind of trying to find out long term what is causing this and how to fix it. And yeah, that's about it. And there's different tribes, and you are a woman belonging to one of those tribes, who is also an orphan and doesn't really know who her parents were, and is trying to find out about that. So there's a number of really nice, you know, really promising elements for any story, and but still, you know, it's there's enough mystery left, and they do stuff on their own way, and there's some really nice mechanics.
From happening again.
Like you can hack certain of the robot animals after a while, and things like that. Which is really nice, and just the world building is really fun. Like the people you meet and things. So yeah, I can recommend it. It's basically one of the reasons I got this PlayStation. So that and the Dishonored, what is it called, the Lost Tales or something like that. Those two games are basically what I. Yeah, it's PS4 only. And those two games were basically the main reason. I mean, there's, you know, other games for PlayStation and for console in general that I've never played before, that I can now play it on this. But yeah, and it's, you know, since it's post-apocalyptic with machines and tribes, it's a really fun combination. You know, it's kind of not really steampunk, but, you know, close to that. Like primitive humans and modern technology, and a bit of sci-fi, and a bit of social commentary is in there as well. And we've got some clues now about our origins, and there seems to be some really interesting and also heart-wrenching stuff coming up.
We didn't deserve this.
Oh, and I love the our foster father. But it's here on my Be Right Back screen. This guy is Rost. He's her foster father. And yeah, he's cool as well. So oh, I'm thinking let me just check for a second. What are we supposed to do now? Investigate Pitchcliff. Okay, I think that's something we can start with on the next mission, on the next stream. So hopefully see you tomorrow. I stream until about this time. The plan is for about 3 hours, so that's roughly 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. my time. You'll probably be able to do the math what time it is for you. So now it's 7 past 1 p.m. my time. So I hope you liked that stream, and see you next time, I hope. I will probably try to do a raid now. I'll just have to check who is online at the moment. So let's see. Must be someone who is streaming. Strim. So let's see. I think we'll go to FG again. Because so that's raiding the same stream as yesterday, I guess. And then because the other streamer I would raid is actually sorry, I'm typing and speaking at the same time. So because the other one I would raid is actually has more viewers, and I think we want FG to get more viewers. We don't have to support successful people without 2 raiders. Okay, bye bye, see you there.
Any one of us could have died.